What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we have the NG model September 2021 tier list rankings for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Welcome back to Tier List Thursday, everybody. It's been a couple weeks, so I decided to take a little bit of a break since we had so many in a row. But very, very excited to get back to tier list today. We're kind of going to be periodically going through the list due to all the model concerns as of late, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video and how releases have been so slow to come out with pictures. However, we do have a good few to go over throughout the next few weeks. So we will begin right here with the NG model September 2021 releases. There are a couple that got delayed from previous months and will be delayed, and a couple from the actual September release that will be delayed into October, November range. So if we do not see models that were in the original release, that is why. So I believe we have 14 of a little bit of everything. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you guys are excited for it. And with all that being said, everybody, we are not going to waste any further time, and we are going to get started. So here's the article on the Diecast Airplane Forum. The Diecast Airplanes Forum is how we always get these pictures before they come out to retailers and NG Models Instagram and that sort of thing. So Facebook as well. But we have some really, really good ones in this set. Very, very pleased with them. Here is the tier list. If you guys don't know how the system works, be sure to go check out previous tier lists. But with all that being said, everybody, we are going to begin with the absolutely beautiful Hawaiian Airlines Boeing 787-9. And by the way, if I sound congested, I apologize. It just came and gone this season. But what a beautiful model this is. I think it looks absolutely outstanding. I kind of really want to get it, so I might. Probably already sold out though, but regardless, it's an absolutely beautiful model. So with all that being said, everybody, let's dive into this. Beginning up here at the front, it's been a while, goodness. Cockpit windows in the purple Boeing 787-9 titles. 780 represents the tail number and has E-tops, of course, with the international aircraft, or heavy aircraft, I should say. Have the L1 boarding door and then a really cool flag right there. Then you got the Hawaiian Airlines billboard titles. You got the L2 door and then Puna right here as well. Really nice attention to detail by NG. Really nice shade here on the lay. I'm not sure what happened here. Sometimes this happens. I'm assuming it's probably the hands of whoever put this out for display, pardon me, but really, really nice lay. I think they did a really good job on it. Looks pretty similar to the Airbus A330-200 they did over a year and a half ago at this point, which is just crazy. Here's the Dreamliner titles, and then of course November 780 Hotel Alpha, and then we have the United States flag. Then we have the L4 door, and of course Puna looking absolutely amazing. I'm really a big fan of this. I mean, there's nothing more that NG could have done to make this an even better model. It's outstanding. Of course, Hawaiian has not received their 787-9s yet. They're currently being made, this one particularly in Charleston. All credit to the respective photographers here, mainly jet photos that we'll use today. But I'm a big fan of the livery. I think they did an absolutely outstanding job on it. 17 for the mold, 17 for the color, and a 14.5 for the details gives this model an amazing 97%. A lot of people got it. I'm still kind of tempted. The only thing that sucks is I really don't have a purpose for it, but you know, with models like this, I kind of like to make it the most practical that I can. And of course I have the Airbus A330, which will be probably retired one day, so maybe NG will do a second release or something, but I'm still pretty tempted to get it. Let me know in the comments if you got it and what your thoughts were, and if you guys think I should get it. But really, really nice model, very happy with it, and it's an absolutely stunner to say the least. Next up, a really unique model. This is the Skymarks Boeing 737-800 in the Pokemon livery. I believe Skymarks is an airline from China, so pretty neat livery. This one also got delayed over from, I believe, the July releases, July or August, somewhere in there. But a really, really cool aircraft. Let's take a look. So, especially for any big Pokemon fans. Not personally me, but I know there's a lot of Pokemon fans out there. So, cockpit windows. And then, first thing that immediately stands out is this shade of yellow. Photoshop really does dividends on our eyes. It is not that bad. Took a look at some retailer photos. It looks much better. And this kind of common knowledge. We've been doing these for months now. So, get the Pokemon right here and then the sky. I think this is just their logo. I think it's supposed to represent Skymarks. 3AB with the registration. Also neat tops aircraft. Pretty cool. Then we have the L1 boarding door. And then we have numerous Pokemon characters, one right here with numerous balloons, another one looking really nice, all this detail with the white stripes and everything. Got the emergency exit door, the CFM56s, and then the landing gear as well. Really cool logo there on the winglet. I have no idea what it is, maybe a Pokemon character of sorts. 3 more of these animal type things. I'm not sure what they're called. Don't hate on me for not knowing. I apologize. More stripes and stars and things along those lines. Circles with circles inside of them. Pretty cool. The balloon shades look really good as well. L2 door, and then we got, actually Japan, my bad, they're Japan, I forgot about that, I apologize. But Juliet Alpha 73 Alpha Bravo, and then we got Tel. This is by far the hardest part on the livery to see. It seems a little bit dark, but it still seems pretty good. I did deduct just a couple points for it, but a really, really nice model. And there's a ton of complexity to that livery, so not too disappointed there by NG Models. Here's a picture of the aircraft, and there's the yellow and the whole shade that I was talking about of how much lighter it seems, but of course NG's Photoshop tends to make all colors richer, and that was a prime example of it to say the least. So really, really nice aircraft. I gave it a 16 for the mold. Due to recent concerns, I did deduct it down halfway through the tier list. I got the Astrojet, and I was like, oh boy. But Freedom 1, Delta 739, Astrojet, there was one other, which one was it? UNCF. There's been some real issues as of late, which is really unfortunate, but back down to a 16 for the mold, 16.5 for the color, and 14.5 for details. I think I forgot to change it, but it should be a 92, I believe now, which is still a great model. Hopefully the QC on that one particularly still really good, but definitely deserves perfect. Very, very nice model, and hopefully the QC issues get sorted out because they've been really bad as of late, it's appeared to be. Next up, we have another ASL 757-200. This is probably the third or fourth one we've done to this point. Very nice planes, but not too much to go into detail about, so we'll just kind of skim over it. Not because I don't want to look at it, but it's a blank 757. Cockpit windows, ASL logo right here, nice nose cone, L1 door, got the cargo loader here, TFC. 757 mold's outstanding, man. They did do such a good job with it. L2 door, antenna. Got all of these patched up, passenger windows, emergency exits, of course, due to it being a cargo aircraft. Platt & Whitney engines look really good. They may be Rolls-Royce, I apologize. I think they're Platt & Whitney's, but regardless, more exits here, some not pedo tubes, but warning markers and all that fun stuff. I'll learn more about that very soon. Becoming pilot, thank goodness. Or luckily, I'll talk about that more in future videos. Oscar, Tango, Foxtrot, Charlie, and then you got two flags right here. I believe one's Germany, could be wrong on that, and the really nice tail. As simple as it gets in terms of Gemini jets, using their slogan here. Not too much to go over with this aircraft. It's a nice one. This is a really cool shot right here. Credit to the guy from planespotters.net on this one. But a really nice plane, 17 for the mold, 17 for color, and 14.5 for details. That's a really solid 97%. And again, not too much to go into. Just a really solid model. And if you're looking for customs, highly recommend it. Really, really good one for sure. Next up, we have the Transavia 757-200. This is a retro aircraft from the 80s or 90s, I believe. Really, really cool aircraft. Let's dive into the full look. Got the cockpit windows in the nose cone, then this really cool green stripe that goes along. I don't know what the heck's going on here. I'm assuming that the pad thing for the gear fell off, but that's tough. Got Hotel Papa right here, and then you got the L1 door, got the Transavia titles. There is a logo right here, and I don't think that they were trying to represent it, but most of the pictures I found online had a logo right here, so rest in peace. First class and the business class should be throughout here, and then we got the L2 door, which will transition us in the main cabin. Got the antennas, Transavia on the Rolls-Royce engines, I can confirm that. No winglets for this guy, I think it looks really good. Green stripe increases in size back here to the Gen 1 L3 door right there. And then to the back of the economy, here we go. We got Papa Hotel Alpha X, Hotel Papa, pardon me. Got the flag right here. I'm not sure where they're from, so don't judge me. And then got the L4 door, I think by definition, Boeing 757, no 200, which is kind of interesting. And then there's their cool logo of the T. Really, really nice plane, especially for retro collectors. I think they did a really good job on it. Here's the aircraft. This one particularly was in, it was definitely not in June of 2019. There's no way. I'm going to take a guess that, okay, 2000, so I was way off on my guess. Or not crazy off, but it appears to be they made it for a while, which is kind of cool. But really, really cool airplane right here. I think it's really good for our retro guys. 17 for the mold, 17 for the color, 14.5 for the details. Another great 757 with a 97%. Again, NG Model is really doing a great job with these retro aircraft, and they're serving a purpose, to say the least. Very pleased with it. Speaking of retro aircraft, how about the jet flagship American Airlines 757-200? If you guys did not see Mass Unboxing 16, this was the final model I unboxed, and man, it is a good one. Feels really good to finally get back to unboxing models before the tier list, honestly, but that doesn't happen every time. So I've seen this model in person, and I can't say anything but great things about it. Cockpit windows right here, got the AA with the eagle right here, the orange transitioning into the cool stripe with the American Airlines. Take a look at the stroke and the drop shadow for the 60s and 70s to have this type of technology. Thoroughly impressive, honestly. 70s, 80s, wherever you want to put the time frame, but they were around for a long time, let's put it that way. Really cool strike, and then you got the L2, first class, business class, and all that fun stuff. Transitioning, here's the Rolls-Royce engine, really nice. Now, American actually did have some Pratt & Whitneys and Rolls-Royce and some different types of engines throughout the years through TWA mergers and different incorporations of aircraft over time. But they ended up sticking with these throughout and got winglets on them and all that fun stuff. This is a Gen 2 aircraft with the emergency exits. This is kind of a strategy that I did want to kind of mention. I did talk about mentioning this. We'll get the 5LE for the fleet, or for the fleet number right here real quick. Antenna, November 679 Alpha November, and then 757 Jet Flagship. I think that NG Models is taking these photos in a garage of sorts, because as you can tell, we got daylight right here, and this appears to be the frame of a garage, and this is on top of a white cloth photo shoot. But this looks like a garage door to me, if you guys see that. That looks like a garage door. I mean, that's kind of debatable, I guess, but it looks like a garage door for pictures, and we'll also see this on Astrojet as well. But I definitely think it's a garage door. Let me know what you guys think. And then with the increased Photoshop, of course. And then we got the American Airlines titles. Really cool effect right here as well. US flag and then the orange throughout. Jet Flagship's not my favorite livery of all time, but I do think it's a really, really good one. I would prefer it over some of the liveries we have today. But a really, really nice aircraft here by NG Models. The Jet Flagship livery was around from the 80s to the 90s a little bit. It depends. This may be wrong because I thought they were full-on chrome at this point. This may have been the retro aircraft. I have no idea, honestly. So if anybody knows, please let me know. But I thought Jet Flagship was back there for only a couple years in the 60s and 70s. But really, really cool to see it on a 757-200 right here. Retro. Okay, so yes, this was definitely a retro livery of sorts. That's why I was confused, because I was like, 757 didn't quite come out in that time frame, but I think it looks really good on this aircraft. I'm really glad they decided to paint it onto this aircraft. They did a great job. Speaking of which, we got a 17 for the mold, 17 for the color, and a 14.5 for the details, giving it another 97%. When NG kills these models, man, there's not too much to analyze, but it's always great to see how detailed and how thoroughly, nicely done these models are. Well done by NG Models. Next up, this one I would honestly really like to get. It's just not in the budget, unfortunately. This is the retro Icelander 757-200 in their blue and white livery with the black titles. Really, really simple livery, but it looks really good. Got the city name right here, cockpit windows, and then the nice blue stripe across. Icelander in the old font there. Landing gear right here. L2 door. Not too much to go over. IE engines. Got the nice landing gear. The wings. Gen 2 aircraft, as that would suggest. Some more details throughout. Tango Foxtrot, India. Then we got Boeing 757-200 right here in the L2 door. And there's the older Icelander logo tail. Don't get me wrong, I didn't want to go crazy fast over that aircraft, but it's a really, really nice one. There's not too much to analyze. This was their liveries in the 80s and 90s, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think they painted aircraft into the new liveries in the realm of early 2000s into new Icelander livery. So 17 for the mold, 17 for color, and a 14.5 for the details gives this model a very nice 97%. Again, another really nice model. Thoroughly impressed with it. And NG Models, man, these 757s, absolutely amazing. Here we go with some more 737s. We have some pretty similar ones coming up here. So beginning with the Copa Airlines 737-800 with normal winglets. This has been a market that's really been needed to be fulfilled for quite some time. So I'm really glad NG chose to do this. Got the cockpit window, Star Alliance logo, L1 bore, 489. This kind of looks a little jammed up, but I think it's the font that kind of made it that way. If anybody has the model, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Nose landing gear, not the L1 door, goodness. Antenna, got some fun details throughout here. Pitot tubes over here, all that fun stuff. Here is the first class in the business, which will put us into the economy, or it's probably just a first class here. Nice, interesting, I should say, paint dilemma here. It's probably not noticeable. One thing that I've really learned is these small details. The camera's so zoomed in, it kind of blows out of proportion how good or bad the details are, but it's a really nice model. CFM56 is looking good, winglets as well. It still looks a little high, but I think it could be an illusion of the camera too. So antenna right here. How about this registration? Hotel Papa 1537 Charlie Mike Papa. That was a nice long one, to say the least. Got an antenna right here, their flag, and then you got the L2 door 489, which that one looks a little bit better in my opinion. And then we got the Copa tail. Very similar to the United Continental Globe livery, there's no doubt about that. Whether it was coincidental or not, it's debatable, but they have had this livery for quite a long time. As you'll see by this picture, they had an old font on it and then updated the font more recently to represent this. So really cool night photo as well. But really nice aircraft. 16 for the mold, 17 for the color, and a 14.5 for the details, giving this a nice 95%. Still really nice model. Hopefully they'll get the gibberish worked out with the mold, pardon me, but still a really good model to say the least. Not too much difference here. I'm not going to spend too much time. We have a split scimitar version with Hotel Papa 1838 Charlie Mike Papa. Splits look really good. There's not a single difference on the aircraft, so we're not going to spend too much time there. Here's a real life aircraft for comparison. Looks really good. This is a really cool shot as well. I think it has the old font as well, but still, point getting across, really cool plane. We have a 16 for the mold, 17 for the color, and 14.5 for the details, 97%. If you're looking for the split scimitar version, speak no more, you have one. So really, really nice model right there, very pleased. We also have their special ConnectMiles.com livery. I believe El Salvador Models, that shop that I forget their name, but they did a Panda exclusive on this. So nice to see NG do a compliment to that. This time it's Hotel Papa 1849 Charlie Mike Papa. We do have a couple differences. The Copa Airlines billboard titles are put down here. The gray is kind of shaved off like all special liveries a little bit that you'll see throughout. And then we have the nice ConnectMiles.com. This gold looks really dark probably from initial glance for you guys. It's the Photoshop. They really washed it out. And then the blue comes out through here. So I kind of like the adjustments of this livery. I think it looks really cool. Of course, we got split scimitars. But I think it looks really nice. It's a really nice contrast opposed to the normal livery, just going back and forth. Marking out the gray a little bit, I think really makes this livery stand out. And it's a really cool livery. I think they did a really good job with it. Taking a look at the Connect Miles. Lots of these Caribbean shots are top lit. It's hard to find a good one. But really, really good livery. I think it looks really nice. And I thought NG, again, did a really good job with it. Here's the Connect Miles for 95%. No difference in the score. I thought they did a really good job. Color was on point. Well done by NG Models once again. We'll take that into the Astrojet 737-800. Now, this is the actual Astrojet livery, the slightly adjusted one after the Jet Flagship. There are some differences here. Beautiful airplane, so let's take a look at it. Cockpit windows. Once again, I have this one. I was thoroughly impressed with it. Here's the nose cone right here. L1 door, and I think that's the One World logo, which is really nice detail. You will see this gray underbelly. This is realistic, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot, so I apologize. It's been a while since I've seen Astrojet. But we have the American Airlines billboard titles throughout here. Little different drop shadow this time. Actually, just a stroke now, it appears. Then you got the first class into the economy, main cabin extra, economy premium, whatever you want to call it. CF-56's landing gear look good. Winglets also look good. I really like the Wi-Fi box. I thought they did a really good job with that. This is the current retro November 905, November 951, November. Had it for the longest time, so maybe an alpha, but I thought it was November. Here's the garage again. I seriously think it's a garage. Let's debate in the comments what you guys think. But we got the L2 door, a little bit chipped off right there. But again, these are small details that happens in the strokes. This is really hard to print so small. Got Astrojet right here in the American Airlines titles that they kind of moved from the front here up to there. Really, really cool livery. I thought they did a really good job with it. Here's the aircraft. That gray is realistic, as I should have known. But yeah, really good picture here at Dallas with some Sears clouds. I think it looks really nice. But really nice model. You know, QC was tough on it, but I think they did a really good job. 16 for the mold, 17 for the color, 14.5 for details, another 95%. Great job by NG Models. They continue to kill it, and I just don't know what to say. They're amazing. They've done it every month. It's QC. QC's #1 for NG right now. They got to fix it. They have to fix it. With that, that'll take us into some 747 SPs with the United Airlines solid bass livery. Really, really cool airplane. I wish I could get this, but I did opt for the Battleship Gray, so unfortunately, probably not my avenue, but really, really cool plane. Cockpit windows. Really nice orange to red to navy blue shades. 747 SP nose landing gear. L1 and L2 doors. Got the United older font, which is really cool. Got the beautiful engines of the 747 SP and the cool creases. Be sure to check out Massive Box 16 for my full opinions on the mold. I thought it was really nice. Transitioning back into the L3 and L4 doors with November 140 uniform alpha. And we got the tail right here, which also I think looks really, really nice. I thought they did a really good job. Really, really nice aircraft. Since we're here, we'll take a look at the Friendship 1. There is a little bit of difference with this aircraft. This one has the Friendship 1 around the world speed record. Around the world for kids, I can't read that. United Airlines Boeing. I think it just goes in platinum with it. I think it just kind of goes in detail about I think there was a different engine or something like that. But really, really cool livery, this 147 uniform pop. And how about the U.S. flag? Take a look at it slanted on this livery. That's kind of cool. And then these Sol Bass titles are obviously significantly smaller. But really cool aircraft right here. Not seeing a huge difference besides the titles, of course, and a little bit different ISO with up here. But I think NG did a really good job with these aircraft. I think they look really, really nice. Taking a look at them a little bit more in depth. Somehow this got a little messed up, so I apologize. But here it is right here. Really, really nice aircraft. I think they did a really good job on these. Very beautiful. Saul Bass is a great livery, and I highly recommend it if you guys have not got a chance to get it. But Saul Bass around in the 80s, of course, and into the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did it out of order, my apologies. But 16.5 for mold, 17 for color, and a 14.5 for details. Vice versa over here. Little QC here and there, as you would see in unboxing videos and things. But for the most part, really, really good livery. Very happy with it. Again, perfect models. And I would love to get it, just not in the budget, of course, but really, really good ones indeed. Alrighty, guys, a couple more models here. Some beautiful ones, to say the least. Beginning with just the fully recap. Very, very nice. Very happy with this. And I thought they did a really good job. Also notice how there's no registration down there. I'm not sure if that's a registration or a goof on the... I don't see it, so I think that was realistic addition. So very nice. Sorry, my chair is kind of falling on me, but two more models right here. We got the Air New Zealand 787-9, another beautiful aircraft. Let's take a full in-depth look. Been waiting on a really good Air New Zealand 787-9 and just the normal livery for a while, so I'm sure. I think JC may have did one and maybe Gemini Jets, but the NG mold, it just finishes it off. So cockpit window, Starlines logo, L1 and L2 boarding doors. Got the Zulu Charlie down here with the nose landing gear. Again, small details, but it's all good. Some pitot tubes and more details throughout. Got the Air New Zealand billboard titles that are looking good. Engine's a little slanted down, looks like, but nothing significant. Again, a couple small tire defects, but all good. Here are the wings. L3 door transitioning into the really cool... I think this is some sort of leaf. Don't judge me for not knowing, but it's something pretty cool. L4 door, Zulu Kilo, November Zulu Charlie. Got two antennas, and then the Air New Zealand logo back here. A really, really nice aircraft. I think they did a thoroughly good job. Hope you guys enjoyed that Chester right there. But really nice aircraft. No details to nitpick on this. Really, really good job by NG. Very pleased with this aircraft. 17 for the mold, 17 for color, and a 14.5 for details. That's going to give us a 97%. And we're one model away from perfect model. The question is, will we make it there? I think you guys can just take a look at that Qatar A350-900 and just say yes immediately. But we have a second release Qatar 77-9, or sorry, A350-900 after popular demand from the first release. So very similar to the Ethiopian 77-9, 9737-800. NG adding to this small collection of dual releases. And I think it's pretty good for the community. I think there's no reason not to do these, especially when they sell out. So here we go. Cockpit windows and nose cone and the nose landing gear. This appears to be pretty good nowadays with it being fixed up a little bit. The initial releases were a little tall, but I think NG kind of took that to heart and fixed it up. So looking good. Mike Echo right here as well. Pretty similar to the first one. L1 door. Got the One World logo to Qatar throughout. L2 door. Got antennas as well. Here's the engines looking really good in the main landing gear, which I think they've also fixed at this point. Got some antelopes back here and the L3 door with the antenna, a Wi-Fi box, and another one. Got the Qatar logo, or flag, pardon me, and Alpha 7, Alpha Mike Echo for this registration. L4, again, garage, very, very possible. And here's the antelope on the tail. Really, really good job, I think. I'm liking this light in the studio as well. I've got really used to it. I think it's really good. Final aircraft picture. It's the Photoshop that makes it rich, guys. It's a great model. Let's just get the final score here. 17 for the mold, 17 for color, and a 14.5 for the details. An absolutely stunning 97% to conclude this tier list. Man, what an amazing set of models. These are absolutely outstanding. There's probably something for everybody throughout here. A couple retros, actually a good bit of retros. Some modern stuff with the Copas and Astrojet 738, the Hawaiian, the Skymarks. Now looking at it actually twice, not a ton of Asia, which is very uncharacteristic for NG, but I think this really fits in well because they're about to have a huge release that in the October, those last models, all of them were Asia, so those will be coming at some point, and then all those other models that they've done previously. So nice to see the variety. I'm really enjoying this. Getting some Europe stuff in there is also really nice. Retro Europe stuff, I should add. But really, really solid release all around. Very happy with it. Let me know which ones you guys got in the comment section. But what an outstanding release. I did say I would refer to it once we got to this point in the video, so let's go over it. The reason that Tier List Thursday hasn't been happening every Thursday is because obviously the current model industry situation with all the shipping issues, factory issues, all that fun stuff. There's not been as many releases or pictures that have came out on a regular basis. There is still a good few, but I'm trying to save them because you never know what's going to happen. Of course, we do have a new variant going around as well, so who knows what's going to happen, but definitely want to be prepared, and I kind of like this periodic format, so we'll probably do another one sometime. We'll probably have one or two more by the end of the year, And then that'll probably do it for tier list for this year, and then we'll transition to next year. But we'll have some great releases. Gemini Jets October, November was outstanding. It was so good. Very excited for those models. There's a ton of awesome ones to come, so you guys are not going to want to miss out on any tier list to come. But awesome release. Next one will be, we'll do GJ September. Actually, I think GJ September did end up coming out before the next set of pictures from NG. There may have been one in between, so it's either NG October. I think it's actually NG October. Then it's going to be Gemini September, and then we'll be back to NG as of filming. The latest ones to come out just recently were the part 2s for October. So gonna have a great release set. Very excited for all these to come. It's gonna be awesome, and hopefully we'll get things fully sorted out. Once again, if you guys would like to see, I've thought about Aero Classics just to kind of analyze the color. I think it would be kind of interesting to see what those score. So I've kind of thought about that. Also kind of thought about Phoenix JC, all those fun ones. So if you guys would like to see that, please let me know. But really just depends on what the schedule ends up being, and I already have a plentiful amount of videos in the backlog still waiting to come out. So maybe not. Maybe we'll do it in the live stream, kind of just analyze over releases, just some general live streams analyzing over these models. But let me know what you guys would like to see. I'm definitely here to adapt to a format and make it the best to our abilities, and something that you guys would like to see on a regular basis. But with all that being said, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this Tier List Thursday. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.